Hi, I'm Rick Graby. I'm an optometrist here at Neuro-Visual Performance Institute. What I want to give you a little information today and hopefully be helpful for you in regards to vision and the role as it relates to strokes or traumatic brain injury, any sort of acquired brain injury. Interesting enough, there's 70 to 90% of any acquired brain injury will actually have an impact on the ambient visual system, but yet when you go to the eye doctor, all we test on general eye exams is the focal visual system. So you don't have problems with seeing things, but you may have problems with balance. You may kind of have a little drift when you walk, what we call visual midline shift syndrome. You're going to end up, your orientation or perception of space is going to be off. You're going to be hypersensitized to sounds and lights because the ambient system is a filtering system. It fires first in a tenth of a second and filters things out. And the same thing happens in our auditory system. You can hear, like a kid clicking a pen in class, you can just learn you ignore that, you don't even pay attention to it. But after having any sort of acquired brain injury, those are extreme sounds that you can't ignore. It's what I call signal to noise ratio. For vision and auditory, both work on that concept, and your filtering systems are altered. The good news, those can be restored, but the bad news is most every brain injury rehab facility is very good at taking care of cognitive functions. They're very good at taking care of vestibular, very good at taking care of proprioceptive, but vision is left out so much of the time, and 70% of what we process our entire life is through the visual system, and 70 to 90% of all the pathways in the brain are involved in vision directly or indirectly. It's just so much more than just can you read letters on a chart, and it's frustrating from a patient standpoint. They go to the eye doctor and they say, no, everything's fine, and everything's not fine. Well, we do these additional tests and check, and we can see is your balance problem because of vestibular issue, vision issue, proprioceptive issue. And then what we can do is we can develop protocols to fix that. If you're not able to filter out all the visual things, we can actually have therapies to enhance that ambient visual system to better filtering. You're not going to be as overwhelmed by these high stimulus environments like going to Walmart with people everywhere, noises everywhere, driving down the road with the sun flashing between the trees. It can be overwhelmed for everybody. And then sadly, a lot of these patients will just start, I'll just stay home. They just basically decide I'm just going to give up on that.